Hello everyone, it's Leo and it's time to talk about the amazing episode 9 from MIRAI Days. I really loved this episode and I loved the first part, which was Kay's point of view. That narrative focusing on a different person and a different character that is not part of the main cast, it just feels so fresh, so innovating, and I loved it so much. And I feel like her point of view had a lot to give, it had a lot to show us. One of the things that I loved about it is that I really like the fact that we have people from the magic world coming to the magicless world, working, trying to find a career, trying to find a path to their lives here. This is really nice. The second thing I love about it is that we have an implication in real life when it comes to the PreCure side of things. People are suffering because other people are disappearing. And we know that they become statues, but the real people, the regular humans, they don't know what's going on. They do not even know what those statues are about. They just know that people that are dear to them have disappeared. And Kay is working as a reporter, as a journalist, and she is finding and, cataloging lots of those events and trying to figure out what's going on. At the same time that she is crossing those informations with the informations on the MAHOU girls, on the magic, on the witches that are rumored, and people talk a lot about them. She even talks about Mirai and Diko because she knows that they are the MAHOU girls, but she doesn't know that they are PreCure, and she wonders if they are related. And she's like, "Oh, that would never happen," and it's nice that they're going after the rumors, and we see that people in real life, they are paying attention to what's going on. They've been showcasing and sharing those things on social media. And this is something that it just feels fresh for PreCure as well. Sometimes we see regular seasons of PreCure tackling this in a very light-hearted manner. But this time, I feel like since it is a show that airs after midnight, they can go on to different routes, and I love how they can go deeper into those aspects. This is really nice. And we have lots of insights on what's happening with Kay's life, what's happening with Emily and June. We've seen June before, but now we see Emily. Emily is also in the human world. Very nice. And then they go back, when they are going back to the magic world, Kay says something very nice. She says that the things we cannot explain in our world, we say it's magic. And this is real. And I feel like not only magic, we also use religion a lot for that as humanity. We use bigger forces and, things that are supposedly stronger than us, bigger than us, to explain things that we cannot explain. That was a very nice thing. And she's like, okay, I'm going to take it all down with the power of my pen. And that is so true for journalists in general, investigative journalists. I admire their work a lot. That's such a true thing. And when they get to the magical world, they get captured by the creature that has been capturing everyone because of their dreams, their past, and, making them stay in the past. And here's one interesting thing about this, which is the following. Whenever that stone magic creature captures someone, they show a good past and a bad future. So it's easier for people to stay in the good past. And so they're all captured, and we go back a little bit in time, in a few hours before that, to see what the cures have been doing. They are in the magic world. We see Betty and we see Yamel this time as well. Yamel has jumped in to help. He has been, he thinks that what's going on is a blasphemy, using the dark magic this way. Very nice. And I love that we see Sparta. And I forgot the turtle's name. I forgot his name, but he's very cool as well. I really like that trio of villains from MAHOU. They are nice villains, and I love Sparta. I am crazy about Sparta, and I'm very happy that she is back, even as a spider, at least at that point in time. And so they interact a little bit, and they start talking about the fact that they have saved some people before, but the principal says that he was not able to find a way to save Ayer, who is as a statue now, who has become a statue. And that's funny because they have saved previously two people, Lena and Sota. And both of them, they were able to save them because they were able to destroy the monster that was created after they became statues. Other statues that we see haven't invoked a monster. So there is no way, at least for what we know so far, they haven't found a way to save those statues, those people that have become statues. And we see that implicated in the real world at the start of the episode because people have been disappearing and we haven't had monsters attacking for the MAHOU TSUKAI PreCure to fight against them. So it's really like, love how the episode connects everything so well. And then when they're going out to go to the magic world to interact a little more, Riko talks she talks about one thing that I really wanted the show to tackle, which was something I was worried, and now I am not anymore. Mirai days, the power that you have. So she says that they have saved both Sota and Lena, and they were trapped in the past. But after they have saved them, the future that they saw and the future that they're in right now isn't a future that they like. So they are saving people, but are they actually saving people? Do those people want to be saved? Do they want to be in the present? Do they want to be in present time? Obviously, when it comes to a show like PreCure, they are going to save those people. And there's obviously going to be the argument of you have to live reality. You cannot live in a fantasy created in your mind. But I like that she raises this question because this is a question that we need to raise. If we were talking about reality, there would be people that would want to live in reality, but I can assure you there would be a lot of people who would have no problem being trapped in an endless cycle of happiness because the reality that they live in is too cruel. And I really like how Riko tackles this topic. And the other girls, they're like, we need to save them no matter what. But still, it is very nice that we have this topic brought up. I love it. It's really, really good. And then we see the stone guy appearing again. And with the stone guy appearing, we have the fighting scene. The girls transform into Topaz, yes. And Felice is also back. And then we see Batty turning the spider and the turtle into Sparta and the other guy that I forgot the name. Girl, he looked so cool. He looked really hot either. Oh my God, I loved it. And the fighting scene was honestly very weird, because we have Yamo trapped in the past because he saw a past with Dokurokushi-sama and he turned himself into he was turned into a statue, and with the power of his statue, a monster of Dokurokushi-sama was created, and the girls were battling against this monster together with Batty, Sparta, and the other. So it was a 6-team fight, but they couldn't do much against it. And look, the animation wasn't that good in the fighting scene, but it was cool nonetheless because it was very active. You know, they were doing lots of things. And, you know, even though the drawings didn't look very nice, I feel like the animation, even though the animation didn't look nice, the drawings didn't look nice, I liked that scene because, as I said, it felt very active. It felt very upbeat, and I really liked it. I also loved seeing Sparta using her powers, Batty using his powers as well, and we see the other guy as well. Gametsu, is that his name? I'm confused, but he looked really cool. His ponytail, honey, Ariana Grande, if she were a villain, she would be that. And they fought their best. But what happened was there was a point in which the stone guy, the stone villain, used their power against the original villains from MAHOU, the 3 original. And when they were holding the power back, the Cures simply used their powers and they defeated Dokurokushi, the monster. I mean, they were having such a hard time fighting against the monster with 6 of them. And then simply they decided, let's use our powers. Let's just use our powers and everything will be fine. And that's what happened. Dokurokushi, the monster, was defeated just like that. And Yamo was back But and among that time, there was a bit of distancing between Batty and Diko, or Magical, because he called her Diko Sensei when she was transformed, and she's like, "It's magical now." And then when he was trying to protect himself against the dark energy, he couldn't, and Diko tried, and Magical tried, calling out to him in a more of a personal manner. Very nice as well. But unfortunately, the power hit them and they all turned into statues. The three original villains turned into statues. Yamon isn't a statue anymore. The Cures aren't statues, but everyone else in the magic world is a statue. And it was nice that we were able to see a little bit of certain characters, like Diko's dad, like the guy from the Brooms, like Liko's sister. And we could also see the principal. Oh my God, the principal. He wants to be with his boyfriend. I loved that. I loved that moment. Oh my God. And he became a statue of himself with his boyfriend that I forgot the name already. But there was a little story between them in the original, and now they're calling it back. And we see so many characters being attacked, and other characters that we haven't seen before, like the mermaid. I don't think we've seen the mermaid in Mirai Days yet, but she appears this time because she was also being attacked. Everyone in the magic world, as far as we know, has been attacked, and they have all become statues. And it is sad because, as it was stated earlier in the episode, they do not know how to turn them back. They can only, at least so far, they can only bring back people who have turned into statues and have also become monsters at the same time. And so defeating the monster will bring them back if they want or not. So I was worried because Sota was like, is Sota wanting to come back to reality? Not really the case. Even if he did not want to be brought back to reality, the Cures brought him back, and Liko was questioning this. Do they really want to come to reality and be sad in reality again? Really like that the episode has at least brought this issue up. Very, very nice. I feel like Mirai Days is really bringing the A game when it comes to the narrative. I am very, very happy with this episode. This was one of my favorites already. I loved how everything was tackled. It was really, really good. Mirai Days, the power that you have. I love Mirai Days already. So much. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. This is my point. Those are my points from episode 9 from Mirai Days. Please leave yours in the comment box. Let's talk about it. Anyways, this is it. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you are a member, thank you very much for your support. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.